Edward, up to. Hot.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Testing, testing.
Testing, testing,
Testing, testing.
testing, testing. Ada lagi. Masih ada. Masih ada.
Testing, testing.
Testing, testing,
Testing, testing.
testing,
Ha,
testing.
ada. Tapi dia datang lambat sikit.
Testing, testing.
Testing, testing.
Testing, testing.
Ada lagi.
Testing, testing.
Cubaan suara, cubaan suara. Cubaan suara, cubaan suara.
Oh dia keluar dua kali kat sini.
Cubaan suara, cubaan suara.
Testing, testing.
Testing, testing.
Testing, testing.
Testing, testing.
Testing, testing.
Cubaan suara 1212. Cubaan suara 1212. Cubaan suara 1212.
Tak ada dah jadi dua. Kau pandai aku sebut nama.
Is it still the same?
Testing, testing. Testing, testing.
Ada. Dia lambat.
Testing.
Ada. Dia tak kira itu.
Hello, cubaan suara, cubaan suara. Hello, cubaan suara, cubaan suara.
Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Ada lagi.
Hello, testing, testing. Hello, testing, testing. Hello, testing, cubaan suara, cubaan suara. Hello, testing, cubaan suara, cubaan suara.
Testing, testing.
Testing, testing.
Testing.
Ada lagi. Testing, testing. Ada lagi.
Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are having some technical issues. We will resume shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, we are having some technical issues. We will resume shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, we are having some technical issues. We will resume shortly. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing.
Tak ada. Hello? Okay. Testing, testing.
Nak kuat lagi apa? Testing.
Testing, testing.
Testing.
Halo, cubaan suara, cubaan suara.
Testing, testing. Test.
Okey. Orang okey dah. Hello, hello.
Do I start from the beginning? Or I go directly to
Start again, start again.
start from the beginning?
Testing, testing,
Hello?
Testing, testing.
testing.
Hello?
Aku menghalang referee live sayang.
Okay.
Should we start the part? So dah ready ya?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the inaugural convocation of Putra Business School. We request that everybody to be seated as the ceremony will commence shortly. We request that everybody to be seated as the ceremony will commence shortly. Request that everybody to be seated as the ceremony will commence shortly. Request that everybody to be seated as the ceremony will commence shortly. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Testing, testing.
Testing, testing.
Testing, testing. Continue together. Testing,
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 testing.
testing. Test,
Testing, testing.
test, test,
Testing, testing.
Dok ni kan.
test, test,
Testing, testing.
Dok ni kan.
test, test.
Testing, testing.
Dua kali. Test. Without face mask, mana boleh SOP. Test. 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 Apa hampa buat kat test semalam? Okey je. Kalau sedap tak apa. Sedap. Sedap, sedap, sedap. Takut silap nama ulang 3 kali. The only thing is this side is empty lah. Jelas dah kalau dah cabut tu tak ada masalah. Itu tutup kedok lagi. One. I'll just move it. Ask them to play. Mak.
Not on.
Testing, testing. Testing, testing.
It's on. Okay.
Okay. Testing, testing.
Audio?
Macam okay.
No, they have to go with the audio. Testing. Audio, sekejap you kena play music dulu. Is the music play?
Tak ada lagi.
Music, music. Music! Ah, ni tak dengar dah. You have some technical issue, so whenever the audio is playing, when you speak, it has an echo. Tiga kali.
Try. Audio play sekarang tak boleh. Echo kan masa ada muzik je ada. Sally, my dear, camera is there. Ada music, ada music dari dia. Sudah dia apa-apa audio. Music.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Test.
Testing, testing.
Okay, okay. Okay, try with the music. Try with the music. Ah. Itulah. Testing, testing.
We bring them in, we start the laptop terus. Tapi kita buat orang masuk dah, tak payah tunggu dah. So dia orang restart laptop sekarang juga. So dia orang restart laptop sekarang juga. Kalau tak aku next lagi dia orang terbang. Masalah ni kan, muzik tu dekat komputer hidup.
Tapi
Sebab bukan kat
Sekarang dah asingkan muzik kat keluar kat situ. Itu je lah. Itu je lah.
Tak tahu dia buat yang lama.
Testing, testing.
Shall we bring them in?
Just standing here. No way. Huh?
Muhammad Roslan Sulaiman, Chairman of Putra Business School, Board of Governors. Datuk Dr. Muhammad Razali bin Datuk Muhammad Yusof. Professor Technologist Dr. Muhammad Iqbal bin Saripan. Professor Datuk Dr. Mat Nasir bin Samsudin, who are Yayasan Putra Business School, Board of Directors, and Putra Business School's Board of Governors. President and CEO of Putra Business School, Professor Dr. Zulkarnain Yusof. Director of Thesis-Based Programs, Professor Dr. Abu Bakar Sadi. Director of Non-Thesis-Based Programs, Professor Dr. Huam Hon Tat. Putra Business School Senate members, faculty members, fellow graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the inaugural convocation of Putra Business School. I'm Edward, an MBA General Management student, and joining me today is...
I'm Sally, a marketing MBA student from Syria. We're both are pleased to be your hosts for today's event.
We wish to convey our heartfelt gratitude for your presence this morning in making this event a great success.
The Doa recitation. We call upon Mr. Irfan Yanya, our very own MBA student from Thailand, to recite the Doa. Please welcome.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalam ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin. Wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma ja'al jam'ana haza jam'an mubarakan marhuma. Wa tafarraqna min ba'dihi tafarraqan ma'suma. ولا تجعل يا ربنا بيننا شقيا ولا محروما. اللهم علمنا بما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وعملا متقبلا واهدنا واهد بنا واجعلنا سببا لمن اهتدى. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من قلب لا يخشع ومن نفس لا تشبع وعلم لا ينفع ودعوة لا يستجاب لها. اللهم لا تدع لنا في هذا الجمع الكريم المبارك ذنبا إلا غفرته ولا مريضا إلا شفيته ولا أسيرا إلا يسرته ولا هما إلا فرجته ولا دينا إلا قضيته ولا ضالا إلا هديته ولا مظلوما إلا نصرته ولا ميتا إلا رحمته برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. O Allah, please make our gathering today a gathering that is full of blessings, and our parting today a parting that is free from sins. O Allah, teach us that which benefit us, and benefit us with that which you have taught us, and give us an increase in knowledge, and these that are accepted by you. Guide us and guide others by us, and make us a cause for those who will be guided. O Allah, we seek refuge in you from knowledge which is not beneficial, from heart which doesn't fear you, and from desire which is not satisfied, and from prayer which is not accepted. O Allah, we ask you not to leave any sin of ours in this honorable and blessing gathering, except that you forgive it. Any illness, but you cure it. Any difficulty, but you ease it. Any distress, but you relieve it. Any debt, but you settle it. Any loss, but you guide him. Any oppression, but you help him. Any debt, but you have mercy on him. By your mercy, O most merciful of those who have mercy. O Allah, bless the knowledge that all these graduates have received. Give them strength and courage to go into the world and spread the knowledge to humankind and make use of this knowledge as part of worship and to seek your satisfaction. ربنا اشرح صدورنا ويسر أمورنا واحلل عقدة من ألسنتنا يفقه قولنا. اللهم إنا نسألك علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. O Allah, lift up our hearts, ease all our tasks, and untie not from our tongues, so that they may understand our words. O Allah, give us good in this world and good in the hereafter, and save us from the punishment of fire. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Ameen, Ameen, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Thank you, Irfan, for leading us with the dua.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today at this inaugural Putra Business School PBS Convocation. First, to proclaim the Chancellor of Putra Business School. Secondly, to confer the master's degree and postgraduate certificate in accordance with the Constitution. And finally, to announce the recipient of the President's Award.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the pleasure of inviting the President and the CEO of Putra Business School, the Honorable Prof. Dr. Zulkarnain Yusuf, to do the honor of announcing the proclamation of the Honorable Academician Emeritus Professor Tan Sri Dato Dr. Syed Jalaluddin Syed Salim as the Chancellor of Putra Business School.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. By virtue of subsection 29(2) of the PBS Constitution, it is hereby announced that the Board of Governors have agreed to appoint Academician Emeritus Professor Tan Sri Dato Dr. Syed Jalaluddin Syed Salim as the Chancellor of Putra Business School.
Congratulations, the Honorable Academician Emeritus Professor Tan Sri Dato Chancellor. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the pleasure to invite the Honorable Tan Sri Dato Chancellor to officially convene the convocation.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I hereby proclaim the inaugural Putra Business School convocation officially open.
The conferment of Master of Business Administration, we invite the Director of Non-Thesis Program, Professor Dr. Huam Hon Tat.
I have the pleasure to invite the Honorable Tan Sri Dato Chancellor to confer each of the following graduates for the degree Master of Business Administration, MBA, and the postgraduate certificate in Business Administration from Putra Business School as listed in the Convocation Program Book.
With the power bestowed upon me, I hereby confer each of the following graduates for the degree Master of Business Administration and the postgraduate certificate in Business Administration from Putra Business School as listed in the Convocation Program Book.
Master of Business Administration, Human Potential Management.
Haranathan. Tan Menvis. Datatria Hanasparan. Anwar Halim Nur Hashim. Chen Jiangjing. Muhammad Shazwan Muhammad Najmi. Karin Wu Xiuye. Dong Xiong Yeo. Arvind Kaur Savinder Singh. Wan Natasha Amani Wan Kamal. Nur Ismail Zaidi Ismail. Muhammad Nizam Ahmad. Go He Jun. Nishalini Krishna Kumaru. Siti Nazra Abdul Latif. Nurul Nadia Jalaluddin. Juliana Muhammad Ako. Nurul Akma Hayroman.
Master of Business Administration, Marketing.
Hugh Yip Teng. Dik Nur Syahira Ahmad Razi. Wong Jo Eng. Ong Wan Yi. Anis Zakia Khairul Zaman. Nur Hazrina Khalid. Tan Li Ying. Yap Eng Ying. Rohasdin Rosli. Muhammad Ahirul Ahiruddin. Muhammad Hasfizul Muhammad Ali. Lam Kok Yung. Wan Muhammad Afifuddin Wan Akasha. Haris Hilman Ahmad Husni. And Noah Alputaraj Nanam.
Mahmud Ulwan Salihan.
Master of Business Administration, General Management.
Mahmud Ulwan Salihan. Khazlan Willan. Amirul Al-Hafiz Abdul Hamid.
Syafiq Gerard Nathan Abdullah. Nadia Sahal. Asfadila Nur Muhammad Nur.
Syahira Fauzia Muhammad Syari. Roslin Muhammad Jaafar. Emprinta Manogara.
Archana Kapai.
Master of Business Administration, Corporate Governance.
Muhammad Aizat Rashali. Muhammad Zulfazli Ayub. Kamalam Bigai Munusami. Sharmila Ramachandram. Chan Xiu Leong. Tinagaran Anasalam. Muhammad Aidi Reza Muhammad Jamil. Ong Di Hua. Wong Ai Yi. Yo Yun Mei. Surita Ganisan.
Vigneswaran Alagan. Lim Xian Xian. Hazrina Hassan Khalib. Siti Nur Ashikin Ishaq. Azrul Firdaus Muhammad. Muhammad Syahrul Nizam Matsa'ad.
Ibrahim Senjak.
Wijenaya Devadas, Azad Muhammad Muzahid, Muhammad Fuad Othman, Samsul Kamal Muhammad Saad, Muhammad Taufik Izan,
Yudan Kumar Zandra Pandian, Jacqueline Teo Wan Singh, Sharifah Nurul Afina Sayyid Jamaluddin,
Lim Beng Kang, Tan Kok Hien, and Akmal Rosli.
Master of Business Administration, Corporate Governance.
Roshini Tarumaraja, Chua Hui Min, Chua Hui Shi, Cha Ji Xin, Zarif Shai Abdullah, Muhammad Hafifi Safri, Izzah Imanina Ibrahim, Muhammad Mirza Abdullah, Nur Azlina Abdul Hamid, Sheila Raja Yandran, Abhilashini Arumainadan, Melissa Ya, Nur Farisha Izzati Abdul Aziz, and Zabri Yaqub.
Master of Business Administration, Finance.
Nur Azlina Muhammad Tajuddin,
Nadia Maya Syabuddin, Nik Syahida Nik Fuad, Syahira Asad Elias Arsyad, Nur Baiti Muhammad Hairi, Muhammad Arif Jauhari Dagang, Lau Meiki, Natasha Aiza Di Arish, Nishantini Nadarajan, Shaktishwar Raghu,
Amutashalini Rapan, Ang Shi Kyong, Ng Yiling,
Serena Anak Cupong Elias Gani, Bu
Yun Shu Hui. Vashini Padmanasan. Ma Yong Peng. And Hatta Said.
Master of Business Administration, Accounting.
Rahayu Aziz Elias Yusof. Nur Hidayah Aziz. Syahrinas Toha. Vishalini R. Nagarajan. And Zarinawati Ahmad.
Master of Business Administration, International Business.
Nur Adiba Ismail. Shafiur Rahman Hamza. Syed Shariman Firdaus Syed Rizwan Al-Jifri. And Raghuvaran Kannan.
And finally, the final and the sole recipient of the Postgraduate Certificate in Business Administration.
Abdissalam Ahmed Muhammad.
Thank you, the Honorable Datuk Tan Sri Chancellor and the Director of Non-Thesis Program, Professor Dr. Huam Hon Tat.
Perjalanan kehidupan di kiri kanan dugaan cabaran, keseorangan menempuh ujian, meneruskan perjuangan. Takdir Maha Esa, restu ayah bunda mencapai cita-cita. Usah putus asa, kelak kau berjaya membela nasibmu, masamu kan tiba. Keimanan, keyakinan, sinar cahaya penunjuk haluan. Walaupun payah, kau harus tabah demi mencapai seindah impian. Takdir Maha Esa, restu ayah bunda mencapai cita-cita. Oh, usah putus asa, kelak kau berjaya membela nasibmu, masamu kan tiba. Jika satu ketika langkah tidak berdaya, berkat doa usaha Tuhan Maha Esa, takdir Maha Esa, restu ayah bunda mencapai cita-cita. Usah putus asa, engkaulah kau berjaya, membela nasibmu, masamu kan tiba. Thank you.
Thank you. The announcement of President's Award. We are pleased to invite the Honorable PBS President to announce the recipient.
The Honorable Tan Sri Datuk Chancellor, I seek your permission to present the recipient of President Award. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to announce the recipient of the President Award is Mr. Shafiq Jurat Nathan bin Abdullah from Master of Business Administration, General.
Thank you, the Honorable Tan Sri Datuk Chancellor and PBS President. Congratulations, Mr. Shafiq Nathan.
Speech by the Chancellor. We would like to invite the Honorable Tan Sri Datuk Chancellor to deliver his speech. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning. Yang Mulia Datuk Syed Haizam Hishamuddin Putra Jamalulai, Chairman of Yayasan Putra Business School, Yang Berbahagia Profesor Dr. Muhammad Rashdan Sulaiman, Chairman of Putra Business School Board of Governors, members of the Board of Directors of Putra Business School, President and CEO of Putra Business School, Dr. Zulkarnain, faculty members, distinguished guests, graduate ladies and gentlemen. I am most humbled as being the first Chancellor of this distinguished business school. And also to confer the degree to the first batch. So today will go down in history and will be remembered for a long, long time. At the onset, let me first congratulate all of you, the MBA graduates of class 2022. Of course, this is the day to celebrate with friends, and especially family members. A special thank you to all the lecturers and professors who are committed to ensure your success. Actually, this school is the offshoot of the original Malaysian Graduate School of Management. During my term as the Vice Chancellor of UPM, we set up a business school called MGSM, or Malaysian Graduate School of Management, which was subsequently taken over by a foundation at the request of the Prime Minister. The idea was for Malaysia to have a top business school. So we had to give way because of national interest. So the foundation was set up, and the Minister of Education, then Datuk Sri Najib was the minister. He became the chairman of the foundation. I was a member of the foundation and the dean of the Faculty of Economics, and there's another gentleman from the private sector, Tan Sri Tayuddin Ramli. He took off very fast, and because we had already the strength for the Faculty of Economics, so he was able to sustain the school. But the foundation somehow did not take full control, because the minister wanted UPM to nurture the MGSM. And when MGSM was under the foundation, he was working with, or he was having strong collaboration with Chiao Tong, Shanghai Chiao Tong Business School, and Marseille Business School in France. And we were working with Sloan from MIT to award a dual degree. But unfortunately, in 1998, the recession set in and it became too costly. So we abandoned the scheme. But when I left I retired, then somehow it changed. And the school ceased to exist. And I'm telling you this story because you might understand where it comes from. It's not that it happened today, It had a long history. And similarly, when I took over as chairman of the board of the retirement, then the late Vice Chancellor, Professor Datuk Rashdan, he wanted to revive, and the Minister of Education then was Datuk Khalid Nordin to revive the original concept of the top business school, So it's got certain basis why Putra Business School was established. Actually, it's a continuation of MGSN. And the government gave, I think, 20 million grant, if I'm not mistaken, to launch the school. So although it is private, but it's under a foundation, so it's not for profit. So the whole idea is, how can you develop, a top business school independently of a university? In other words, it is a university on its own. So there's certain I think, national interest in all the exercises. But it is not something very strange. At Cornell, you know, some of Cornell colleges are private, you know, mostly private, but a few are financed by the state government, you know, so they could coexist between private sector and the state enterprises, you know. There's no problem, you know. Actually, when we spin off our campus in Terengganu, it was the first university college. The idea came from UPM. Datuk Sri Najib was the minister, but somehow or other, that concept of autonomy, institution within the university, was not well understood by our civil servant, you know. The whole idea was not to create a totally independent campus. It was just, I'm going to tell you how difficult it is to create a concept, you know. People don't understand. I'm telling you because you know when you come to face many challenges, then you understand the complication, you know. Or even defining what is this school all about, what is the institute all about. So what happened, the Terengganu case is very similar because they did not know how to define the Terengganu campus as an integral part of UPM, you know, although run independently. So in other words, it is an authority of UPM, which they can't define legally. I don't know whether our lawyer have got very little knowledge on the subject. I cannot blame that. But so what was recommended that Terengganu completely cut off a link with UPM, you know. So award his own degree. So that was history. It wasn't our intention, but it was just lack of ideas and understanding on subject matter, you know. You know, so that's it. You know. So anyway, that's so much about the background of where you come from. So you're not in a new school, you know. It is an offshoot of MGSM, but the concept remains the same. It is to be a top business school in the country. Of course, I know somewhere it's written that there are 7 business schools in Malaysia, isn't it? Top. I mean, I don't know how they classify top, but anyway, every school should be top, you know. You know, otherwise there's no point studying there, you know. Yeah. So, yeah. So then I saw INSEF. INSEF, one of the private. INSEF is the Bank Negara Institute. I was in INSEF, a member of the executive committee since day one until I retired last March. So INSEF actually emulated UPM. So they too, eventually after many years, was given or at least attained the AACIB status. You know? So but it specializes mostly in Islamic finance. Yeah. So what can I say about the MBA? You know, this is the sought after degree today. You know? You see, you are trained mostly in management, you know. But then there are many subsets, as you can see today. So many in finance, even accounting. There are many, you know. It's moving to technology, and I think what we have today is only a small list, you know, of specialty. But in reality, there are many more. You know, for instance, digital currency, you know, Bitcoin, you know, how do you handle? So, see, with time, you find there are new discipline that you have to handle. Of course, the point is, I was asking some of you earlier, what is it, your dream has come true. The more important thing is your dream. You know, your dream has come true because you wanted to have an MBA. But now what? If I were in your shoes, maybe I would have created a new dream today, you know, a bigger one than just getting an MBA. Of course, some have different reasons. They are in service because with MBA, they hope they get better reward, in the place of work. That's fine, because MBA usually earn higher than other graduates, So that is fine too. But eventually, if you look at macroeconomy, I'm trained as a veterinarian. Maybe you think I'm talking nonsense, but you say, what is the vet doing? But let me tell you this. There are only two major components of the economy, the capital and labor. Right? So what do you want to do? Do you want to be part of labor all your life? Or be employee? Or you want to be at the other end? But more than that, I think each one of you should rise up to become an entrepreneur. That's the only way to build the economy. There's no two way about it. So entrepreneurship, should be your biggest dream. Maybe you can't do many of them. You take Steve Jobs, Bill Gates. They never have any degree because they found that, okay, for instance, Elon Musk, he did his bachelor degree at Wharton or Pennsylvania. He enrolled for PhD in Stanford. He went 2 days, he left. He found that there's no point because his dream is something else, He wanted to go to the moon. So good luck to him, So, so what he did. So in AIK, unless all of us dream big thing, how can we compete with the rest of the world? It is not possible. You see, dream is something is very powerful, You cannot imagine achieving anything without the vision, So shaping the vision is very important. So I wanted to ensure that each and every one of you, the first batch, will become the shining example of what this school is all about. Yeah. That's why. Basically, I'm talking, actually, off the cuff from my heart. I didn't read the text, So maybe I've gone out of the text too, It doesn't matter, So long the message is clear and you understand, And I don't want to take too much of your time, but I think the future is indeed very challenging. And again, I like to stress that you will succeed if you see success and failure all lie within us. No one can help you. Let me before I stop. If the president give me 1 or 2 minutes more, knowledge is not everything. Skill isn't everything. It is our personal attribute, that count too, Please don't forget. Let me give you a little some of my own encounter in life, I, as a young veterinary graduate, I wanted to lecture in UM. There was no UPM, in the 60s. So what I did was, what do I do to get to the Faculty of Agriculture? So my dream was to be in the Faculty of Agriculture UM. I didn't know anybody, So I just my first degree from Punjab University in Lahore. So I wrote to Malaysia Hall. They gave me 2 forms, Okay, I was still a student. But because I was thinking of going to UM, so I had to have postgraduate, So I wrote, and then they gave me 2 forms, Edinburgh and London. So before I even took my exam, I got 2 admission into London and Edinburgh. Because I didn't choose Edinburgh, it's too cold. And but I thought going to London is a better choice. But I didn't realize my college is in the kampong in England, So, somewhere in Kent, But that's not the point. Because I didn't know whether I would have a chance. Because UM those days advertised worldwide, There's no such thing as Putra Kota, there's no such thing, We all had to compete. Actually, I was about to finish my MPhil. So I wrote to the registrar, although the deadline was over, I wanted to do my PhD, so I didn't want to come back. I was on Polish scholarship, Then Polish was, quite foresighted to allow me to proceed to England, from Lahore, I tried my luck too. I just wrote, they said, you get the seat, let us know. So I showed them my admission, they said, okay, you can continue. So in other words, if you don't try, you never know. Yeah. So these are the short things I wanted to tell. Then, when I wrote back to the registrar at luckily Mr. Lim Chantak, the registrar, was very kind, He said, it passed deadline, but please fill the form and return. I don't know whether it will be considered. Just to show that you have to put effort, make effort. Then after, just before I finished my thesis, I got a letter in my pigeonhole. In my college, they have a called middle common room, So it was a thick envelope, I knew already I got the job because the envelope was so thick, The rejection means very thin one, So, yeah. So my wife joined me after her medical program, and then I told her, I said, how do you know you got a job? You didn't open. I said, look, such a thick envelope. I'm sure I succeeded, So anyway, that's history. So I came back and joined UM, And what happened in your life, that you cannot plan everything, But this I want to tell you. When I was after my first year in Faculty of Agriculture, at that time there were more foreigners than local in UM, in the sciences and agriculture or engineering or medicine. So they said, oh, we want, I was a greenhorn, They said, oh, it's a site, we want to, there's the new post created as a deputy dean, we want to put you at the dean. Those days, there's no such thing. BC appointed the dean or deputy, It's by election, Yeah. So I said, are you sure? I'm just here. No. If you agree, you will win hands down, they said. I was wet behind my ear, young punk, they call it, And the two professors were, one a Canadian, one English, they all, if they look at me, it's like their son, So anyway, I went for the election. Of course, I got nearly all the votes except for 3. There was another one who contested, just to show. Finally, it is not the age or what degree or what knowledge you have. It is your personality eventually, your attribute. I personally, until today, I cannot understand why I had all the support from the faculty. Of course, I learned more from them than they learned from me anything, But basically, it is our attribute. So I can go on and tell you so long, but suffice to say that how we react with our colleague counts a lot. I could have said, sorry, I don't know anything about running a university. That's the end of it. I will never be a vice chancellor because I turned down the opportunity. So what I'm saying is, if you are given the choice, just do it. Don't say you don't know, because the other fellow also doesn't know. You are not the only person who doesn't know, So believe me, the confidence is important, the perseverance, You have to chase your dream, and if you are given the job, just do it. And one more thing, be always brave to stand for the truth. Never waver when you are doing a job, even at highest level, Just do it, because Let me just give you one instance, and I say that's it. When I was a young dean of vet school here, when I moved my service to, you see, the UPM was formed, the merger of college and faculty of agriculture, UM, the Senate was only 12 of us. The university was very small. Then there was an attempt to create a board of appeal for examination, So I was the only one who was, again, the first Vice Chancellor, the late Chancellor Rashdan, He was quite authoritative, in how he handled. So everybody was quiet. I was the only one yelling about, saying, you can't operate this kind of system. How can you dispute the result from the examiners? I say, it's not possible. Well, of course, I lost, So because I lost, they make one mistake. They say, now who's going to prepare all the rule and regulation? They said, since side disagree, he should be the chairman of the subcommittee. And all the senior professors were appointed to be in my committee. So what I did, because in my heart, it is a wrong thing to do, I wrote the draft. When it's ready, I called all the committee, all the rest of the members. I said, this is my draft. If you disagree, you write your own report. So the report, they had no choice. I know, one thing I know, many people are just so lazy to write. The person who can write will be the winner. Believe me, the pen is mightier than the sword. So what I did, we went to Senate, and the recommendation is that minute should be expunged. And Tansi Rajda agreed. So it was expunged, meant it was removed. You cannot implement it. So what I'm saying, I may lose my job, but that's okay. It doesn't matter, What I'm saying is, I can quote so many other examples, but it will be too long, but just, this is how you can stand tall, by doing the right thing. So I hope I've given some, some ingredient or formula, how you should go about living your life, So we, on that note, let me conclude, I think your president will be upset if I don't say anything, Yeah. So I think when you leave this campus, you should carry the flag of the school and be a shining example to other Malaysians, and show them what you are and who you are. So once again, I congratulate all of you and the staff on this momentous occasion, and I thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Tan Sri Datuk Chancellor, for the most inspiring and insightful speech. For now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take a great pleasure to call upon Professor Dr. Zulkarnain Yusof, President and the CEO of Putra Business School, to deliver his speech. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The Honorable Academician Emeritus Professor Tan Sri Datuk Dr. Syed Jalaluddin Syed Salim, Chancellor of Putra Business School, the Honorable Datuk Syed Haizam Hishamuddin Putra Jamalul Lail, Chairman of Yayasan Putra Business School, the Honorable Professor Dr. Muhammad Ruslan Sulaiman, Chairman of Putra Business School Board of Governors, and also permanent member of YPBS, Professor T.S. Dr. Muhammad Iqbal Saripan is a permanent member of Yayasan Putra Business School, Yayasan Putra Business School Board of Directors, Putra Business School Board of Governors, Putra Business School Senate members, faculty members, distinguished guests, PBS graduates, Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and very good morning. Before I start, I think I would like to thank our Chancellor for sharing his life experience. We actually said to him that he did not have to stand up and came to this rostrum, but he insisted to come here and to deliver his very from the heart speech. So not much I need to add, but I think whatever advice and storytelling and also experience that he had shared is more than enough for all of you. So I'm just here to express my thanks and appreciation and congratulations to all. Yeah? On behalf of Putra Business School, I take great pride and joy in welcoming you to PBS Inaugural Convocation Ceremony. Today we have seen 163 graduates comprised of 160 MBA, 2 postgraduate certificates, and 1 MSc. It is a blessing to see you all at this long-awaited occasion after our initially planned convocation in April 2020, which was postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. For PBS, this convocation is a significant milestone in our unique journey as an autonomous postgraduate university. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the Honorable Chancellor, Board of Governors, Board of Directors, University Management Committee, faculty, staff, and students who have made this ceremony possible. UPM, or Universiti Putra Malaysia, has always been an integral part of our journey. We are indeed inextricably linked to Universiti Putra Malaysia. As the Vice Chancellor and Deputy Vice Chancellor of Universiti Putra Malaysia are permanent members of Yayasan Putra Business School, while a representative from UPM Board of Directors is the chairman of PBS Foundation. At the same time, Vice Chancellor of UPM is also chairing the PBS Board of Governors. We do not take our mandate as UPM's affiliate lightly. In all our endeavors, we strive our very best to complement and reinforce UPM by fulfilling our role as the Ministry of Higher Education's choice as top business school to elevate the status of business school in Malaysia. Respected audience, COVID-19 has caused a great impact on the global business environment. It is recently reported that 1,246 local companies were forced to wind up, while 10,317 individuals registered for bankruptcy throughout the COVID-19 pandemic from March 2020 to July 2021. It has been a challenging time for everyone. In relation to this, I would like to take this opportunity to commend PBS faculty and staff on their support, commitment, adaptability, and above all, humanity in handling the COVID-19 pandemic over the past 2 years. Not only did we manage to immediately shift platforms and conduct classes, examinations, proposal defense session, and viva voce sessions without any disruption, we also engaged in various charitable efforts to care for our local and international student welfare throughout this challenging period. In fact, our enrollment has been on the upward trend during the pandemic. We humbly acknowledge that this success would not have been possible without the support, commitment, and compassion of all PBS members, as well as our policy to put people first. Inspired by this feat, we are pleased to share that PBS has developed a fully online distance learning program which has passed through MQA's provisional audit. Inshallah, we expect to have our first intake for this program in May 2022 this year, inshallah. Esteemed guests, since our establishment in 2012, PBS has been very committed in terms of quality and excellence. For this, PBS, together with UPM, emerged to be the first business school in the country accredited by AACSB. Our MBA program is also accredited by ABES 21, a Japanese-based accreditation body, to ensure incorporation of good Eastern or Japanese values in our organization. Our continued re-accreditations are an indisputable tribute to our enduring commitment to quality and excellence in every aspect of our existence. To ensure that our curriculum is updated and relevant to the industry, PBS has established continuous collaborations with global institutions such as the Chartered Management Institute of United Kingdom and local professional bodies, namely the Institute of Marketing Malaysia, IMM, the Malaysian Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators, MICSA, Malaysian Institute of Human Resource, MIHRM, and the Finance Accreditation Agency, or FAA, of Bank Negara. Those collaborations are translated into mapping and refinement of our curriculum. With all those commitment and collaborations, PBS has proven to be a popular destination for postgraduate business education, especially MBA and PhD. Professionals from a diverse and inclusive range of international and local, from all ranks and fields, all of whom recognize the superior value of a PBS degree. And this is proven by our students and alumni who are leaders and innovators in their respective sectors, including business, entrepreneurship, public service, politics, and even athletes. At PBS, we are also committed to human governance as the bedrock of a sound, realistic, and progressive corporate philosophy. The concept of human governance is bloomed in response to the growing number of corporate ethical scandals that prioritize profit over societal well-being. Human governance emphasizes ethical conduct in business through a value-based framework that nurtures human leaders with integrity and deep-rooted morality. PBS graduates are always encouraged to incorporate not only knowledge, but also their conscience in the decision-making. To all graduates, clearly you have some big shoes to fill. As PBS graduate, our expectations are high for you to live up to your fullest potential. Therefore, please remember that your relationship with PBS does not end today. Your graduation does not mark our parting. Rather, it celebrates your warm welcome to PBS vibrant alumni community. We sincerely hope that as alumni members, you will stay in touch with us and return to network with your fellow alumni, forging meaningful personal and professional bonds along the way. We are also more than willing to offer consultation, training, and other relevant services that you or your organizations require for your career development. In this manner, we seek to establish a synergetic two-way support mechanism between our alumni organization and PBS for the benefit of all. Congratulations to you and to your family and friends who have supported you in your studies. Well done and welcome to the PBS community. With that, I end my speech. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Zulkarnain, for the speech.
speech by the representative of graduates. We would like to call upon Mr. Shafiq Nadan bin Abdullah, a graduate of Master of Business Administration, General Management, to deliver his speech on behalf of the graduates. Mr. Shafiq, the floor is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The Honourable Yang Bahagia Academician Emeritus Professor Tan Sri Datuk Dr. Syed Jalaluddin Syed Salim, Chancellor of Putra Business School, the Honourable Datuk Syed Haizam Hishamuddin Putra Jamalulai, Chairman of Yayasan Putra Business School, the Honourable Professor Dr. Muhammad Roslan Sulaiman, Chairman of Putra Business School's Board of Governors, Professor T.S. Dr. M. Iqbal Saripan, Permanent Member of Yayasan Putra Business School, Yayasan Putra Business School's Board of Directors, Putra Business School's Board of Governors, Putra Business School Senate members, President and CEO of PBS, Professor Dr. Zulkarnain Yusof, faculty members, distinguished guests, PBS graduates, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. Okay, first of all, thank you Putra Business School for bestowing me with the President's Award for Academic Excellence. It is with utmost gratitude and humility that I accept this prestigious award. First, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to the faculty and staff of PBS, whose support and insight has been invaluable in achieving this accolade. I also appreciate the rigor and quality of PBS's program, which despite being challenging, has made me a wiser person, both personally and professionally. As a general manager and civil engineer with over 28 years of experience, I was wary of pursuing a master's course that is too textbook-oriented or impractical for the real world. Rather, I sought a practical MBA that would not only leverage and honor my existing expertise, but also lift me higher in my career. PBS was certainly the right choice, as its industry-oriented MBA program fit my needs perfectly. I was pleasantly surprised to be taught by accomplished industry experts whose teachings and case studies were applicable to my current work projects. I was particularly intrigued by the concept of human governance, which was completely new to me. Its value-based framework to nurture human leaders has completely refreshed my perspective of leadership in business. I hope to practice this paradigm in my own leadership henceforth. Next, I'm grateful to have undertaken this journey among an exceptionally talented group of peers. It is said that a man is known by the company he keeps. If that is so, I could not be luckier to have completed my MBA in the company of individuals of such caliber and experience. Thank you to all my classmates joining for today's ceremony physically in Malaysia, and our family and friends who are watching us through live streaming from all over the world for the motivation, knowledge, and good times. You made this journey a truly enjoyable experience. Last but certainly not least, I would like to thank my family and friends for inspiring and supporting me throughout my studies. To my beloved wife, Nurul Shima Rahmat, my parents, my late dad, my mom who's in Ipoh, my sisters in Ipoh as well as in Australia, and children, Daniel Afiq, Danish Imran, and Adriana Marisa, this award would not be possible without you. A special thanks as well to all the lecturers who have helped me in the process of getting this MBA. A special thanks to Associate Professor Dr. Devika, whom was an inspirational project paper supervisor. You have helped me a lot, and I will never ever forget this. Okay. Last but certainly not least, my heartfelt thanks to you, to PBS, for this award. My MBA experience will always be close to my heart. I look forward to networking and supporting PBS as an alumni member in the future. Thank you very much. So my dear fellow graduates, I think regretfully most of our loved ones are not present here together to celebrate this joyous occasion with us. So if it's not too much, maybe we can all stand up. We are on live streaming now. We can give each of our loved ones, our family, a good rousing applause. Could you please stand up? Thank you. Thank you for your cooperation. Yeah. So please give all your loved ones who are watching us a big applause. Thank you very much, my friends. Bye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Shafiq Gerard, for the wonderful speech.
We would like now to invite the President of PBS to declare all graduates as members of the PBS alumni class of 2019 and 2020. All graduates, please rise.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm pleased to announce that all the graduates from Putra Business School for the year 2019 and 2020 are now PBS alumni and our ambassadors to the entire world.
And celebrations when I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Congratulations and jubilations. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be.
Thank you, Professor Dr. Zulkarnain. All graduates, you may now be seated.
The closing of the inaugural convocation of Putra Business School. May we invite the Honorable Tan Sri Datuk Chancellor to do us the honor.
I hereby declare the inaugural convocation of Putra Business School is officially closed.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the ceremony.
On behalf of the Chancellor, management, and staff of Putra Business School, we wish to thank each and every one of you for making this event a memorable occasion.
I would like now to invite the mace bearer to lead the Chancellor and the main procession to leave the hall. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.
The academic procession will now leave the hall.
To all graduates, please ensure to submit your photo slips in the boxes outside the hall. You may leave now.
Until we meet again, do stay safe and thank you very much.
Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.